repeating itself today. And look at the tyranny that we are experiencing by the federal government. From our own federal government, that they experience tyranny from the British government. And that is why we need to once again declare our grievances to the federal government. Declaration of Grievances. We, the people of the United States, having suffered for too long the repressive effects of a government no longer of the people, for the people, and by the people, do hereby invoke our God-given right to petition the government for a redress of grievances. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of the citizens of these several states. The history of the federal government of the United States is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states as well as we, the people. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. Our federal government has strayed too far and far too long from the principles this country was founded on. Our nation is based upon an understanding that certain rights come from God, not the government. These rights are the individual's unalienable right to life, liberty, property, and the pursuit of happiness. God has also given us freedom of speech, the right to bear arms for self-defense, the right to purchase, possess, protect, develop, and dispose of our property as we think proper, the right to enjoy the fruits of our labors, the right to provide nature's necessities, such as food, water, clothing, and shelter, and the right to improve one's position through hard work, barter, and sale, and the right to privacy, among others. These principles are what made this country the greatest nation on earth ever.
Yeah!
Founders of this great country also believed that the United States government was only necessary for a few, although important, functions. The Constitution of the United States was written to form and then control the federal government. The preamble of the Constitution of the United States explains that the purpose of the federal government is to establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. For too long, our Congress, our Supreme Court, and our President have forgotten these principles and have ignored the supreme law of the land, our great Constitution. Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution states in part, "This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in the pursuance thereof shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. The senators and representatives and the members of the several state legislatures and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and of the several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. Therefore, you have sworn an oath to this Constitution, and we demand an immediate return to the Constitution.
Yes!
You work for us, no one else, especially not the United Nations or the Federal Reserve Bank. Article 4, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution states in part, the United States shall guarantee to every state in this Union a republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion. Therefore, we demand that our borders be secured immediately. According to the preamble of the Constitution, this is the very purpose of the federal government. Article 1, Section 3 states in part, the Congress shall have the power to coin money, regulate the value thereof, and of foreign coin. Therefore, the federal government had no authority to abrogate this power to the Federal Reserve Bank.
Right.
The Congress must resume and fulfill its duty to coin money and regulate the value thereof. Furthermore, all treasuries owned by the Federal Reserve must be declared void by reason of fraud.
Yes!
Article 1, Section 3 also states in part, the Congress shall have the power to declare war. Therefore, we demand that any acts of aggression on any foreign soil not declared war by Congress be stopped immediately.
Yes.
Article 1, Section 3 further states in part, the Congress shall have the power to make all laws which shall be necessary and proper for carrying into execution the foregoing powers and all other powers vested by this Constitution in the government of the United States or any department or officer thereof. Therefore, the President was not given the authority to use executive orders to carry out his agenda against the will of Congress, against the will of the Supreme Court, and against the will of we the people. That all implementation of executive orders be stopped immediately. Article 2, Section 1, Clause 5 of the U.S. Constitution states in part, no person except a natural-born citizen shall be eligible to the office of President. Therefore, any person running for the office of President must prove that they are a natural-born citizen to the American people. Article 3, Section 3 states in part, treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. Therefore, giving aid to foreign countries who wish to kill us, allowing our borders to be unsecured, membership in the United Nations, allowing the Federal Reserve to control our currency, allowing the President to overreach the authority given the office of President by the Constitution, and allowing the President, the Federal Reserve, and the United Nations to usurp the authority given to Congress and the Supreme Court is treason and must be stopped immediately. Whereas President Obama swore, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. He has failed to uphold his oath of office. He has overreached his constitutional authority. He has ignored the will of Congress, the Supreme Court, and of we the people. He is adhering to our enemies, both foreign and domestic, and He is giving them aid and comfort through executive orders, His actions, and His words. We demand that Congress begin the impeachment process immediately and end this unconstitutional usurpation of the executive branch by allowing him to commit these crimes. You are aiding and abetting a traitor to this country. While this is by no means an all-inclusive list of our grievances, the before-mentioned grievances must be addressed and action taken to correct these atrocities by Congress before the citizens of these United States immediately. If you fail to do so, we will define you to be a traitor, and you will be charged as such. Furthermore, we vow to devote our time, our energy, our money to defeating any person now in office that continues to ignore we the people and the Constitution of the United States. Let the world know that we are a Christian nation and will not stand idly by while our God-given rights are being usurped. We will fight for our freedom. God bless America. We the people of the United States, we are asking you, our fellow Americans, to stand for freedom, and by signing this Declaration of Grievances. God bless each one of you, and God bless America.